Everyone, my name is Uwais Ahmed. Today I'm going to show you how can we create a Google form and how can we store the data from that form into an Excel sheet which we can later on visualize that data and do the evaluations. So let's get started. Before moving on, we need some applications to be downloaded on our phone or on our computer, and one of the applications we need is Google Drive, and this application can be easily downloaded from the Google Play Store. You can simply type Drive or Google Drive and download this application, which looks like something like this. As you can see on the screen, the Drive is written over here. We'll click on this to see what this is all about. This is your online storage called Drive that comes with Google sign up. You have the email, that is a Gmail account you have, and with that comes with some storage that's on cloud on the internet. We can store our data, and there are many folders. As you can see, you can, and at the bottom of screen you can visualize, like we have this here. We have this home button. Click on this home button and you will straight away jump to as you can see, I have created different kind of forms over here. It's the history of the forms that I have already created. Now at the bottom of screen you can see a star and user, and also at the right side of your screen you can visualize, like you have this folder thing called files, and it's here you can see or visualize all your files that are on your Google Drive. Okay, I just want you to download this file and keep it on your phone, so that later on we may need this when we further process how when we store our form in this folder. Okay, now next thing, we'll go straight to our Google Chrome and we will type Google form. Okay, as you can see, the first thing over on the screen, Google Forms. Before moving further, I want you to do one thing. Click on this button, options, and please click on the desktop site. We want the desktop site of this version to be opened. Click on this and the desktop version will be opened. Now click the first thing on your screen, first thing that comes, that is Google Forms free online survey or personal use. Click on this link. Now there are two options. Go to Google Forms, personal and business. I will go to Google Forms, click on this, go to Google Forms. Next thing, and you can see the history of the forms that I have already created. Now here I want you to go to the template gallery. As you can visualize here written on the screen, template gallery. Click on the template gallery and it will open different types of templates for you that can be used on different occasions. Now what we want to create an MCQ, multiple choice type questions for our students. For that I will use that the blank quiz is one of the templates in education segment. As you can see, I will click on the blank quiz. After clicking on it, I will wait for some time till I will get a form. This is your blank form, nothing is written over here. Now few things, there are different types of things I will be explaining later on. Now let's first suppose this is the form. For example, I will change the title of the form over here. In place of blank quiz, I'll write it, say, demo MCQ. You can add the form description like this is a demo to create Google Forms. Okay, now I will move to the first question over here. Now, the first thing I want a student to enter his name over here. So I will select the untitled question and write name, Name, name. As you can see, it will automatically turn into an option called short answer question, and we can click on this side, and as we can see multiple type of options, and as the name is a short type answer, I want a student to enter only his name, so it's a short type option, so I will keep as it is as short answer. Okay, and student can enter his name over here, short answer text. Now there is another thing like required. If I will enable this, I have enabled this, that means Google form will not be submitted unless a student has not entered his name. That is the required field. Okay, this is the first question, first we can say it's type of, I will this is a question type, like I will have a name of the student. Now I want to add another question to this form. I will click on this plus, as you can see, plus and another question. For example, now I can accordingly type roll number. Roll number. It automatically comes as short answer. I will keep it as it is, and I will also select it as required field. Now these are the two things. Now after that I will start writing straight away the question. Now you might have an idea about this. Student will enter his name, he will enter his roll number, and these are the required fields. Accordingly you can add different type of question. For example, he can add his class and his school name and his parentage. You can add as many as questions you like in this. Now coming to the MCQ part of this demo, now I will add an MCQ type question. For example, which among the following is a web browser? This is a question. Now I will click on the option first. As you can see, it automatically comes as multiple choice questions. There are different options. No, sure, this is a multiple choice question. I will click on this multiple choice question, and I will start typing on the option first. For example, I will write Facebook. Another option, add another. You have to add on another option. Option 2, WhatsApp. Option 3, I will write Chrome, and you can also add another option like Instagram. Okay, now what I will do, these are the four options. I have to select the correct one, so that when the student will select among the four, he at the end of the submission, he will come to know what was the right answer. So it will also benefit us at the time of evaluation. What I will click on this answer key, as you can see here, answer key, click on this. Now here you can put the marks. Suppose this is a 2 marks question or 1 mark question, as you like. I will put it as 2 marks question. Now after that I will select the correct answer, like the correct one is Chrome. I will click on this Chrome. Now after it comes as green, now I will click on done. Click on done. So this question is added to my form. Now I will add another type of question. I will click on this plus at the right corner. As you can see, I will click on this plus, another question gets here loaded. Now this question will be of a short answer type question. For example, what write the full form of LEN? It is also, it automatically comes, is Google is smart enough, it automatically keeps it as short answer question. So I will keep it as it is because it's not a multiple choice, it's not a checkbox question. I will keep it as it is, short answer type question. Now answer key, I will click on the answer key. I have to add the points, 2 points for this question. Now write the full form of line, add a correct answer. I have to add the correct answer so that when the student will enter, I will come to know whether he has written the correct one or not. It's the local area network. Mark all other answers incorrect. Oh, I will click on this so that if the students enter and other than this, for example, somebody will type metropolitan area network, that will not be evaluated to true. Once this has been done, I will click on this done. Accordingly, you can select different types of, add another question like this, plus what is the what is the winter capital of Jammu and Kashmir? I will not keep it as multiple choice, I will keep it as, let me keep it as checkbox. I will select a checkbox from here. Option 1, I will write Jammu. Option 2, I will write Srinagar. Now I will click on the answer key, give it a 2 points, and click on the right answer. Sorry, the question should have been which is the capital city. Okay, let's keep it as it is. Now I have created a form with few questions. Now let's go to and preview this form. As you can see how this form will look like when it will be sent to a student or some person. You can see there are three options in the before the send button, that this is the setting, and before in the middle you can see an eye. I will click on this eye, it is the preview button. A window gets opened like this. This is your form which looks like this. Name, you will enter your name, you will enter your roll number, you will enter your which among the following is a web browser. You have 2 points for that, and write the full form of LAN, and what is the capital, what is the winter capital of Jammu and Kashmir. You can submit it once you are done with this. I'll go back. There are few things I have to explain further. Like, I will go into the settings. Once I'm here, you can collect, if you'll check this button general, in general we have collect email address. I will enable this. That means a student has to enter his email address as well, that will be saved. And Rukaya sign in limit to one response. If I will enable this thing, it will limit to only once the student has submitted his form, he will not be able to submit it again from the same mobile phone. If we'll uncheck this button, it is important. If we will uncheck this, he may be able to submit it another time. For example, he has now figured out what is the correct answer. After that, he will submit it again. That means you have the multiple entries for a single student. It is better keep it to limit to one response. That is what you can that as you can see. Another thing, edit after submit. He can, if you will enable it, he can edit it. No, we don't want that to happen, so let's keep it as unchecked. Now there is another thing like quizzes. He can see his grades immediately after each submission. He can visualize. If you will uncheck this later, he may not be able to see the results at that time. But let's it is better to keep it as immediately after each submission. So now we are done with this tab. Now important tab, another thing which needs to be noted down, we are in this questions. As you can see, questions tab. Now let's go to the responses tab. Now here we can see, here we have zero responses for this form. Accepting responses, for example, you will share your link with your student. You would share, for example, you will start at some time, say at 12 o'clock. You will enable this thing, accepting response. You will ask the students that at 12:30 I will close, the link will be disabled. What at that time you have just simply go to this response tab and disable this option. That means not accepting any responses. That means after 12:30 you will disable this and the student may not be able to enter his form again. Another important thing here, I will go to settings. I will go wait a second. Settings. Sorry, I will go to yes, I forgot. This is an important thing. For that, I will initially I told you we need to download the drive. This is, we'll click on this plus. It's not like plus, we'll at green colored button. This is called Sheets, Google Sheets. This form will be linked to the your Google Sheets. That will be for creating an Excel file. Let's click on this. You will get a tab. Sorry, click on this. Create a new spreadsheet. I will rename it as like demo underscore MCQ. This will be created in my Google Drive folder. This sheet will be created there. Sorry, demo underscore MCQ. Select an account. I have multiple accounts. You will select your authorized one. Your sheet will contain, for example, these questions. For example, timestamp when the student has entered his question, score, what is his score, name, roll number. As you can see, the number of questions and the number of fields that form has, there are the number of columns, roll number, the questions will be there. As you can see, what is the what is the winter capital of Jammu and Kashmir, and it will be, this file will be stored in your Google Drive. Okay, now finally what we will do, we will send this link, send it, click on the send. Now what we'll do, we'll click on the second this button, shorten URL. For short URL, shorten this URL and copy. We'll copy it as it is, copy. Now we have copied this. Now we can send it on a WhatsApp, we can send it on any say through an email or through message. For example, I will do one thing. I will try to open this page in my web browser. Since I have copied the URL, I will paste it over here. Paste, go. This will open a form, as you can see. Now for example, I will type my name, Was HMAD Ahmed. I will type roll number, say 63. I will mark the answer as Chrome. Write the full form of LAN, local area network. I will do one thing. I will write, say, Jammu over here. Let's see how it will be evaluated. Submit. I can see the score over here, view score. As you can see, this is the correct one. Now you can see one thing. Note, I have I got only 2 marks in this. At the time of filling the form, I write it as capital, local area network as capital. I deliberately, correct answer is local area network, which is written below. So this thing you need to take care of. You can add an answer like after comma, you can add an answer at the time of creating the form in the lowercase as well, so that this problem will not arise. And as you can see, it has correctly evaluated this true because the correct answer was Srinagar. Now I will close the form. Total points, student can see he has got 2 points out of 6. Now I will go to my Google Drive and see whether as the file called any new spreadsheet will be there. Black quiz. It is this file. This is the form. I'm not able to see it. This spreadsheet right now. This is the demo MCQ. Sorry, I mistakenly forgot it to visualize it. This is the demo MCQ that will be stored in your Google Drive. As you can see, there only one student has entered his details, the time. He has got 2 marks. His name is Uwais Ahmad. His roll number is this. He has first answer is Chrome, second answer is this, and third answer is this. Accordingly, you can see, you can evaluate, for example, which student has got what score. Hopefully, you will come to know how can you meet a Google form and how to add a sheet on this form so that you can evaluate all this material and from the Excel sheet. That was all for me. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you.